Also joining me here in the studio, I've got Neetu Chandra, actor. I'm sure you all recognized her from many Bollywood films. She's a Bihar ki beti. So Neetu, first of all, of course, you were the ambassador for the Election Commission. All of your calls for people to come out in large numbers has worked because we saw that record voter turnout in Bihar. But what do you make of this kind of a mandate? I know you don't want to get into too much of the politics, but what do you have to say about the people of Bihar coming out with such a decisive mandate?
I mean, I'm very, very excited about the whole decision because I think Bihar has already won because the majority have come out to vote in a big number. I personally feel that the women have been influenced and influencing the generations and the new first-time voters. And also the fact that you've already been talking about it, that everybody is very stressed about the Jungle Raj, which has, of course, certain kind of terror which they have in their hearts. So I remember when I was, when I started my career, that time my mother used to say that bahar jaake bas karo, ab yahan nahi karna hai, go out and do anything, whatever you want to do. And today my mother says that let's go back and we should spend more time there. So this is a vast difference, and I think everybody understands this, and this is where it has turned out to be this kind of majority voting.
You know, talking about the women vote, you've touched upon that, and everyone says that the reason the Mahila vote is so in favor of Nitish Kumar is because they've lived, seen that Jungle Raj experience, besides, of course, all of the doles that everyone's talking about. I'll keep that aside for a moment, but just about this Jungle Raj experience and what women have said about it. Have you witnessed it, Neetu? Has your family seen it?
Yes, I would definitely say that. We have gone through a lot of ups and downs in life, as everybody does. But that was the time when we were told that, being a martial artist, that you should not do all these things and come back home at 5 o'clock, and you must, be very careful going out anywhere. And that time was the time when we used to hear that somebody has got kidnapped and somebody has got this. But that is the time which is gone. And I think Bihar has lived a very progressive, fruitful and positive life in last 20 years, which I see. And that's why I was just telling you that we have Taj there, and we have H&Ms and Starbucks of the world. So what we have gone through, we don't want the generations to come to go through, and they will always say that why didn't you stand with us when this was our land? And that's what I'm trying to do as a sweep icon of Election Commission of Bihar. I literally met and I went to 18 districts and met lots and lots of women and first-time voters as well, and they were very, very focused towards being a progressive state, and I'm very proud of the fact that, they are not going to be facing what we have faced.
Neetu, you speak about this, Jungle Raj and what your family has experienced. I'm sure many others also would. I also want to understand from you what really the connection is for Biharis with Nitish Kumar. He's been on a record-breaking streak as Chief Minister. I think there are many of us from across the country who want to understand what is that chemistry, what does that connect about with Nitish Kumar?
So I would say that, the three people who have just got together to in this election is the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, Amit Shah ji's dignity, integrity, and doing 36 tours in Bihar, and Nitish ji's popularity, his kindness, his gestures of standing with women, and literally, this is an alcohol-free state, where that is also one of the reasons that why people have literally, women have stood by him, because there was so much of violence they have gone through in their past. And slowly, I think Nitish Kumar ji has won the hearts of the women, and that is the reason that he's come out with this kind of numbers. Plus, the youth have seen different kind of sports. If nobody is touching on that and talking about it, you see Khelo India se lekar everything. For last 2 years, 3 years, a lot of sports, the Ranji players have been starting to play back, because the cricket had stopped when Bihar and Jharkhand had divided. There was no cricket till 14, 15 years of, later, and then Nitish ji got that also in place, and sports authorities and sports policy got executed. Apart from that, don't forget, being a filmmaker, I've been creating jobs in the languages of Bihar for past 15 years. We only shoot in Bihar in the languages there, and I'm the first national award winning producer. As I said, we only shoot there. You think it will be possible to shoot without the help or the support of the administration? Nitish ji has always supported and stood by film people, and we were the only ones. My production house's name is Champaran Talkies, and my brother Nitin Chandra is also a national award winning director. So we together produce and he directs. So he has always been throughout standing with us. And don't forget, the film policy which executed last year has been there, and now and it was under the leadership of Nitish Kumar that the film policy is executed. And think of I don't think of not only the makers from Bihar. I always think of people coming from all over the world to shoot, as they shoot in different parts of India.
You know, when you look at Bihar, and you started off talking about your own experience as a young girl, when you started off your career, your mother said, you're better off, going out of Bihar, stepping out because you have more opportunities. Do you think today that's changed? Because it was one of the biggest election issues, I think, that because of lack of opportunities, a whole lot of youngsters are having to leave Bihar. Do you think that has changed now, that many people aren't having to really leave the state for opportunities or for growth?
I'll be very honest on this and very candid about this. Yes, there is a big issue that people should not leave their own state to go outside to work, leaving their parents grow old or by themselves, or their grandparents. And I have been a victim myself. So I personally feel that since Nitish ji has been trying to do this, if you really focus on that, he's been trying to do that, but maybe his partners, or that we've always thought of two engines, as we always talk about two engines working together. The engines have not been at par. So maybe that was one of the reasons that we have not taken off just like that. But hopefully after what happened today on the 14th of November, I mean, I'm looking for a historic change, and nobody should should go out of the state now and looking for lots and lots of jobs to be created, options and opportunities.
No, I agree. Now, with this kind of a mandate, no excuses, essentially. Yes. You have to hit the ground running. You have to ensure unprecedented opportunities for Bihar's youth as well. Neetu, also, when we talk of Nitish Kumar, you spoke of the connect that the Bihari voter, that the common Bihari, the Aam Bihari has with Nitish Kumar. But I do tend to wonder that very often there's talk of change in politics, there's talk of young blood being infused in politics. How is it that the people of Bihar didn't really feel the need for that, for young blood to be brought in, for a new face as maybe chief minister?
Well, I personally feel that if you really think about it, you will not find any face which is very close to Nitish Kumar yet. We have not been able to find anyone closer if you really think about it. Maybe there are youth leaders, but they are not in the same party as Nitish Kumar is. And then, the party has to win, and then the leaders have to win, who have to be youth. And all these combinations are very rare, and I don't see it happening. That's why Nitish ji has been the only leader under whom a lot of people have really progressed. And now we are looking ahead for more leaders. Probably, I personally feel some of the youth leaders who are going to win now and who have won now, probably in a couple of hours we'll come to know all the results. There could be few who could work towards it, and maybe in next 5 years we'll see some more youth leader probably in the next elections.
Like you, Neetu, would you ever consider entering politics in Bihar?
I personally don't know. Actually, I'd always feel that talking about your future or planning 5 years, your 5-year plan is like making God laugh, because God says, you live today, in future I will, design for you. Yeah, if it is in destiny, I'm not going to go back, because if it's about my state, I've always stood by it, and I will always stand by it.
Wow, that's a great message. Neetu, final word from you on your message to the people of Bihar, or rather to the leaders who've won this time. What is the change you hope to see? What do you hope they'll do for Bihar to better your state?
First of all, a big round of applause to all of you guys. You have done such a great job. I'm very, very proud of the fact that NDA is established here, and we were looking for leaders coming from all across India, and this is exactly what has happened in NDA. The the leaders coming from different parts of India and literally campaigning here has shown in in the whole Bihar, the population of Bihar, that you all are really interested in the change and supporting us, standing with us and taking us together, progress together as one India together. And Bihar will always look up to you in this context. And me being a Bihari, and I voted myself, I am literally pleading, requesting that the kind of hope and trust we have shown in you, please don't let us down. This is the time that we have reached the saturation. We needed the whole strong team, and this is the two-engine team, which is the army, which has come for us. So please stand by us. Bihar had a lot of atrocities in life, and the youth and women have gone through a lot. Now you are this light, the opportunities we are looking from you is what Bihar will look up to you for. So please, we are always with you guys. Tell us what we can do, and let's take Bihar together ahead. And this is exactly
I'd love to hear one line of what you want from our politicians in Bhojpuri, if you can, for us.
रोलोग से दरख्वास्त करतनी कि हम और निहोरा बाकी रोलोग जीत गल बानी जा हम बहुत बहुत होपफुल बानी कि रोलोग आइब और बिहार के एक साथ ऊपर ले जाए में हम सब के मदद करें.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Neetu. Bihar ki beti, happy with what you're seeing and hoping that this is the beginning of a transformation for Bihar. Already happened, but scale, of course, has to be ramped up, as Neetu tells us. Thank you very much, Neetu, for your time.